Hi everyone! We're back with another episode of Lesbian Lounge.
Hello! Hi everyone! Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Okay, so today, Faye and I are gonna make some coffee beverages. I'll be making an espresso martini. What are you making?
I'm making the Starbucks iced shaken double espresso with no sugar.
Okay, so first off, we're gonna start with the espresso martini, right?
Yes.
Actually, I kind of forgot the recipe already. Fuck.
Okay.
We'll use hazelnut syrup.
And I'm gonna ask some questions while she's at it.
And then I'm gonna get this.
What is the grey one?
I don't know. But did you take out the used one?
Why is like so many things with childhood and parents and like...
Why cannot? It's called intimacy deck one.
Okay. I'll do the purple one since we haven't done that.
Purple deck is about you. Nah, you can read
I
this.
thought the other deck was about you.
They're all honestly about you.
Okay, about
There's
you.
different aspects
It's like
about
life,
you.
relationship, intimacy, past, random.
Wait, I
Okay.
need to go find the recipe first. Where's my phone?
We still
My
have
phone has still not arrived.
we still have the drinks from the previous episode because we're actually filming after the previous episode. Hence why you can see the lavender stuff still here. Oh, we should have used the purple one for the lavender.
Purple one? Oh yeah, it'll be really fitting. Okay,
Yeah, it's okay.
Let me Google the recipe for...
You want to share more about the espresso martini?
Wait, I need to prepare first.
Okay, we have 2 martini glass here. I think one is bigger than the other. It looks like it. Or am I tripping? No, I'm not tripping. One is bigger than the other. Yeah, iced shaken double espresso. That was a drink that my colleague introduced me to, and I was like fucking obsessed ever since. But the thing is, the one at Starbucks, they use low-fat milk and also whipped cream. So it's a lot creamier, but it's not super creamy. That's why I like it so much. And I also ordered it without sugar. That's why it's really good. But I tried making it at home. The thing is, there's no heavy cream that is oat. So I didn't include heavy cream. That's why the one that I made is like not as creamy, but I can try to see if I put in more oat milk, will that be creamier?
Oh my god, I need to get my tweezers. Sorry, a bit messy. This is the 3rd episode we're filming and it's still messy. Where's my vape? Fuck.
Yeah.
Wait, just
not
wait
gonna
for me,
ask
wait
that.
for me, wait for me. Wait for me. No, seriously, where's my vape?
I don't know.
Fuck! Where's my vape? Live
Why
action
do I keep
movie
seeing the
of
same cards.
a nicotine addict looking for her vape. This is how, like, have you seen those stupid TikToks about how, like, these stupid vapors, when they lose their vape, they tear the world apart just looking for it?
Yes.
That is so me right now. Where? Oh my god, it's not up here. Okay, it's up here. Fuck. Thank god.
Don't do vape, guys. You know, remember like you were tweeting about this thing where you said that, oh, what kind of what
hate
kind
you
of
for that.
superpower do you wish you have? And then she said that, what do you wish you have?
I said I wanted teleportation and super speed.
Yeah, but then the audience, the people, her followers must decide what's the catch if you get those superpowers. And then
Yeah.
I said that you will lose it every time, you will lose it within 24 hours of vaping. So every time you vape, you need to wait 24 hours. Then only you get back the superpower.
Yeah, that was so mean of you, honestly.
But it's an open-ended question. I cannot give you something easy, right? Okay.
I will never be able to engage with my superpowers, honestly. Wait, before that, sorry, it's still a bit messy. I'm gonna put 2 ounces of vodka.
Okay. She got the Grey Goose vodka.
I got Grey Goose vodka just for this. From Thailand, when I came back, I bought it just for the episode. Honestly.
I'm excited to try Grey Goose vodka. I support Grey Goose because they sponsor a SZA concert.
Oh,
Yeah.
her concert?
Yeah.
Damn.
It was like
So heavy.
a Corona concert.
What?
Like a free concert for everyone to watch. But it was during COVID time, so it was
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they better lah. They're earning so much from selling the stupid vodka at such high prices, bitch.
no real. The fuck?
It's expensive. It's double the price of Absolute, but I honestly don't know like the flavor difference because I'm not really a vodka person. I just wanted to try.
Yeah.
2 ounces of vodka, half an ounce of coffee liquor.
Actually, what's your favorite clean spirit?
Whiskey.
Oh, that's true. Actually, I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot that you like whiskey.
I do like whiskey. I just like whiskey, full stop, on the rocks. That's all.
You know, I'm starting to understand the appeal of whiskey now because, like, I think it's something you understand when you get older, at least for me. I used to hate whiskey. But now, I'm like, I'll pick it over vodka and gin any day.
Yeah, for
Actually,
real.
though.
It's just good. It's got a lot of flavors.
Yeah,
it's very nice.
It has the most flavors, I feel, for
Yeah.
me. So I like it, actually.
Okay, sorry, I gotta make espresso again.
Okay. What lie have you told so much that you now believe it?
Fuck!
Interesting, right?
Hey, no, that's gonna take a while to think though. Let me
Then
think.
you go and grind the coffee and think.
Yeah, let me think on making the coffee. But
I'm gonna think also because I don't know.
Okay. Not yet.
Oh, because it's double, is it?
No. It's just a different dosage. But it's memang double, correct.
Oh, okay. Well, this asks you to engage with your Delulu self.
Will this what?
This is like encouraging you to engage with your Delulu self.
But the thing is that I don't think like the minute you tell it to yourself so much that you believe it, you no longer think it's a lie, so it's very hard to identify.
Yeah, you want me to change the question?
No, I want an answer.
Oh, okay. What if I find a more interesting question?
Okay, so one thing I always tell myself to a point where I have believed it so much is that, and I don't think it's a lie at all, is that I always get what I want, I always achieve what I want. Anything that I want to accomplish, I will accomplish it. But that's not a lie, but that's the thing that I tell myself and I believe in it like wholeheartedly, that I feel like whatever it is that I want, I will make it happen. But that's the most I can do.
That's a good lie to tell yourself.
It's not a lie.
Yeah.
It's not a lie. I feel like it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, a form of manifestation.
Yeah, actually, it's not really a lie.
Yeah.
What is a lie I told myself that I believe it now? Lie is like such a negative connotation, you know. That's the thing. I don't really know if there's something that I constantly think about like negatively. What's a lie?
The love of my life from Thailand will one day marry me.
I think for me is what's a lie I told myself? I don't really lie to myself.
Espresso, there's 2 ounces of vodka, half an ounce of coffee liquor or kalua inside. There is espresso, and I'm gonna add 10 ml of hazelnut syrup.
That's
Okay,
dope.
continue. 10 ml of hazelnut syrup. Honestly, I don't think they can even see what I'm doing because everything is covering it. Yeah, you were saying?
I think I have a similar lie also. Like something similar. It's like I always tell myself that like I always like my craziest things will come true. All my most like craziest things will come true. And actually I was talking about it on the close friends list that day. I was saying about how like I was browsing through my notes app and I was also browsing through like my screenshots album.
Yeah.
It's also because I was clearing out pictures. I was doing spring cleaning because my phone is fucking out of storage.
Yeah.
And then I was like looking at all the things that I've screenshot. I usually like, let's say if there's something I want, I will screenshot it. Or like if there's something I want to achieve, I will write it in my notes app and everything. And the thing is like I've even forgotten about them until I realized like, oh, I actually have all these things right now. Like I actually achieved it, but like even though I wanted these things, when I had it already, it taught me something that I never thought I had to learn. Does that make sense? So it's like, it made me realize like, wow, I actually do get what I want. It's just that what I want is just a door to teach me something. So I always feel like the universe gives me what I want, but it teaches me something else from it.
Yep.
So it's not really like, okay, you get it, then you get the satisfaction of like getting what you want. I do get the satisfaction of what I want.
But the satisfaction never lasts.
The satisfaction never lasts, but like, I feel fulfilled afterwards because of something else that I've learned from those things that I have gotten. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. I think I really encourage everybody to take screenshots or like just write them down on your notes app, whatever you want, however crazy it is. You won't even think about it anymore, and then you're like,
I'm gonna have to start shaking.
okay, I'm done talking.
So funny.
We're gonna have lunch afterwards, and I realized these 2 martini glasses are not the same size. So you can put it in the smaller one.
I don't think I can put in a small one. I think it's quite a lot.
Oh, then split. But I'll have the small one. I want to talk about something else. I don't want to talk about this. We want to talk about like how there's no lesbian bars in KL.
Everyone's gonna start ask us to open one.
Yeah.
Everyone seeing this is gonna ask us to open one.
Like we were just talking about it. Like a lot of the lesbian bars, they open, then afterwards they close down.
Huh? We ever had meh?
I mean the ones that I heard of from some
Lesbian
friends,
wall.
Yeah, lesbian bars like for
Lesbian
lesbians.
wall.
So it's like they will close down after some time. None of it lasts.
Oh my god, it's not big enough, the glass.
Oh, you can just put
The
it here.
foam is stuck in this one. It's not big enough.
Oh,
The
I
foam
don't
is
so much.
here.
Hey,
Yeah, the
add
foam-
some for yours too,
It's okay.
dude.
It's okay.
That's dope though.
The foam is all on this one.
Oh my god.
I can garnish this one, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I was like really upset because like, so I know about 2 lesbian bars in KL.
How come I don't know one? What the fuck?
Well, I actually heard of it from my other lesbians.
From your other lesbian.
Yeah, my other lesbian friends. And then they were saying about it closed down. But a lot of it also tends to be like older gays, like older lesbians. So yeah, I'm not really sure what happened to those bars, but
You know what? Nobody wants lesbian making their drinks because look at the oat milk lavender latte and the stupid Negroni with tastes like shit. Who wants that?
But lesbians are better with like alcohol though, I feel. They're like, about all this like, okay, you know what, the Negroni one was like an alcoholic drink. That looks fucking amazing. Can this like zoom in here to see how fucking amazing
No,
it looks?
I'm too lazy to I'm just gonna take a photo with my phone.
And like attach it.
Yeah.
As I was saying, but the thing is like, the gays have bars. They have a variety of bars to go to. You know what I mean?
There you go.
And we were just saying about like how one thing is also because lesbians don't really like
Oh my god. That's
like to pay for expensive drinks.
Yeah.
There's no like bottle and table culture in lesbians. And don't know if that's kind of like a cultural thing that we grew up with, like, you know, as women.
I think so. I think it's a cultural thing.
Like we're more passive when it comes to bar socializing. You know, nobody really like, oh, open table and like...
Because women are so used to, in general lah, even though we're lesbians and we're hyper independent, I feel like it's a very generational thing where women are used to having stuff being bought for them or taken care of, you know.
Yeah, it's true actually.
It's a generational thing. It may be on like a very subconscious or an unconscious level that we have,
Yeah.
which is not our fault also because back then also women didn't really have the rights to do anything and men were always in charge of the money and all the finances. So it's not really our fault, but it has gone to this level, I feel.
Yeah, because I think like when you grow up like as a woman, right, you're not really taught, because I think with men are always taught to be the default. Oh, you need to drive your girlfriend around. Oh, you need to be doing this for your girlfriend. You need to always be servicing your girlfriend in some way. You need to be the one to open table, foot the bill first, all these kind of things, whereas like women are not really like taught to do that, so it's a very passive thing. Cheers.
You like it?
It's fucking amazing.
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking amazing. I love it. I will order this also if I go to a bar.
Damn.
Yeah, I love it.
Damn, that's good to hear.
Yeah, and it's like it's not so like overpowering. Like none of it is overpowering. It's like a nice mix of.
Yeah.
You want to try yours? The one with the cream? It's like so much better.
How do you know? You never tried mine also?
I just know.
Oh, it is better. It is better.
There's like some texture going on.
Yeah. Okay, you see.
No, I was saying that like I think that's part of the reason also, because like you want to open a bar, you really need people to spend, and like the spending comes from bottles and tables, not just like drinks.
Unless it's like very signature drinks that cost 40-50 ringgit per glass.
Yeah.
Which a lot of bars, they do that, but also lesbians are not going to spend that amount.
The thing is, lesbians are not broke, and I do think, okay, lesbians are not broke. One thing, alcohol in KL, I think older lesbians are not that broke. Gen Z lesbians are broke.
Okay.
Alcohol in KL is very expensive.
Yeah.
That's also one thing. But I think the main thing is that it's sort of like a mindset thing. And we don't really have like sugar baby culture also. Like at least in lesbians. I mean like I think it's more in the older lesbian generations, but in general compared to like the men loving men scene.
Oh, that's
Like,
so true.
Women loving women, like there's not much of the sugar stuff going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I want to be sugar baby. So
I
badly.
want to be sugar baby also. But also like I don't know. I kind of want to. I don't really like being. I'm not really like sugar baby material. I feel.
Yeah, because when people buy shit for you, you're just like, nah.
No, I just feel like emasculated.
You know, that's why lesbians can never have like a sugar baby kind of thing going on, because
So
we're also
true.
like hyper independent.
Yeah.
We cannot have that going on for us.
No. Yeah. The thing is like I'm very open to receiving, but I feel like when someone is like, okay, I think when you need to be sugar baby, you need to have a certain docility to your sugar provider.
Yeah.
And I am a bitch.
Yeah.
Cannot shut the fuck up.
Correct.
Like I'm not going to be the like I don't think like I'm a suitable sugar baby. Like
Yeah, I
you
get
know,
what you
I
mean.
will fucking fight everyone.
I get what you mean.
So I cannot be a sugar
No,
baby.
that is just dyke behavior. Full stop. That's just dyke behavior. That is why there's no sugar mommy, sugar baby thing going on with lesbians, because we all can never shut the fuck up.
So
we are
true.
also, because we have been so oppressed, right? And we are like, obviously lesbians are women who understand oppression a lot more because they experience it in a manner whereby they're like, shit, okay, they actually educate themselves on, you know, what's going on sociologically and all of that. So they're more aware of all these things going on. So they're a lot more louder.
Yeah.
And so that's
true.
why lesbians cannot be sugar babies, because we're all loud, we all won't shut the fuck up, we all argue.
Yeah.
And we're all hyper independent, we're all like, I don't need a man. Even though it's not a man, right? Even though it's another woman, right? It doesn't matter, you know, it's like, no, we all feel useless the minute we have a sugar mommy. I feel like it's that.
And then the thing is, right, if you manage to reach the level of a sugar mommy, like you can pay, you're gonna have big ass dyke behavior. So I cannot tolerate that. Like too much dyke behavior, then I'm gonna like, it's gonna trigger my dyke behavior and I'm gonna start fighting my sugar mommy. So it's like, I cannot be a sugar baby.
Okay, if you were like arguing with your sugar mommy and then she's like, okay, if you shut the fuck up, I will give you like 20,000. Can you shut the fuck up? Will you shut
I'll be
the
like,
fuck up?
fuck your 20,000. I'm gonna earn 20,000 and pay you back. Fucking sugar baby. Literally,
Yeah,
like
no.
if my sugar mommy starts like doing that kind of shit, they're like, you know what, you need to be like, no. Or like, why are you seeing like other women? Like, you know, I'm not gonna fucking buy this car for you. And then I'm be like, fuck your car. Like, shit. I will actually start doing that shit.
Yeah.
So, you know what, maybe it's us problem lah. No, but also in general, like, okay, but I feel like if I manage to reach that level financially where I can open table and like open bottle, I would want to do that actually, because I just feel like we need to have nice things, we need to have fucking lesbian bars and shit, you know, like I don't know, I want to have a lesbian bar because I don't want to go to a fucking, okay, I don't mind going to gay bars because I feel like I like any LGBT bars in general, but like it's nice to have a sapphic bar.
Yeah, it's nice, but the thing about gay bars is that, because, I mean, as we've said before, gay men are a lot more... Okay, lesbians are so much more reserved compared to gay men. Can you imagine a lesbian bar?
Oh yeah, everybody's just staring at each other.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be fucking creepy as fuck in that bar. Like, I don't think...
Or it'll be like, oh my god, I love your dress.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all.
Yeah.
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 So that's the vibe.
Okay, wait. Going back to the sugar mommy thing, you know, the thing is that like I was imagining myself as a sugar baby versus as a sugar mommy. I would much rather be the sugar mommy. Because I was imagining, right, okay, what if I was a sugar baby to a really hot MILF who has all the money in the world and has a driver that drives me around and all of that. And I was like, but what if I am the sugar mommy? I'm like, fuck, I would rather be the sugar mommy.
Yeah, I'd rather be the sugar
I'd
mommy.
rather be the sugar mommy. I love that.
But if I am at the level of a sugar mommy, I wouldn't want a sugar baby.
I would want to date someone on my level.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
that's why I think that's why there's no like sugar mommy, sugar baby thing.
Yeah.
Because if I am already at the level, why I want to pay?
For somebody who is immature.
Yeah, I work so hard to be at this level.
Yeah,
Like
I
it doesn't
know.
matter how good looking the person is if you're not at my level where I want to date.
Generally, sugar babies are, they're not going to be on the level as you as a sugar mommy or sugar daddy. I feel like
That's why it's more like a culture for like straights.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it's more younger because I feel like, men in general, because they have the need to feel like they are needed and they are powerful. So that's why when they have like sugar babies who are women, younger and all of that, they feel important lah, they feel powerful lah. But I think lesbians don't have that. Lesbians don't have that.
Yeah.
I mean, we like to feel powerful, but not to the level where we're like,
We need to have like sugar culture.
yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, I feel like also, how to say, but if you need money also, sugar culture is necessary in a way. Yeah, but unfortunately, because I know some not queer, actually they are like lesbians, but they get into sugar culture but with men.
Yeah. I know some as well.
Yeah, but I think they would much rather have a sugar mommy than a sugar daddy.
Yeah. But there's no sugar mummies out there.
That's the thing, there's no sugar
very
mummies.
small percentage. I have a friend who was a friend who was a
Yeah.
sugar baby. He was a sugar baby to a sugar mummy. Very rare.
Yeah, it's very rare.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also like sugar mummies also sometimes I don't think a lot of them are lesbians. Very, very small. It's like 0.001. Like
Yeah.
personally I don't even know any.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
correct.
know anybody who's a sugar mummy. Who's also gay.
Okay.
Like a
so if
sapphic.
you're out there, please hit us up.
But also like I don't
don't.
want to date a sugar mummy who's like married and wants me for like a unicorn. I'm not into that. Like I want you to just be like single. Because I know like some sugar mummies, they tend to be already like married and they're looking for sugar babies, but it's to be in a threesome with their
Oh no,
husband.
hell no, that's no.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
So it's very rare to find a sugar mummy who's like sapphic and like is not really doing all this unicorn shit.
Okay, but one thing is that like because I know you have mommy issues and I have mommy issues as well. I cannot deal with a sugar mommy. I would be like this, I cannot.
Really?
Yeah, I cannot. When it comes to older women, I'm just like,
I think for me it's like the opposite because I have mommy issues, but my mommy issues is like me fighting my mom.
oh,
So I end up fighting with my sugar mommy. I mean, who the fuck do you think you are?
oh my god. For me, it's like I feel like, because I didn't receive the motherly love and shit like that from my mom. So when an older woman shows me affection like that, I'm taken aback.
Okay,
I'm like,
I get it.
Yeah, because I don't know if I told you this, but I'm gonna tell everyone this. So I had this client who was a lot older than me. She's got a daughter and everything like that. And then because I was like, we would like chit chat sometimes on WhatsApp, and I was helping her manage some projects, and I told her like, oh yeah, I've been having like stomach issues recently. Then she'll be like, okay, let's go out makan. Then she'll be like, where do you want to eat? Why don't we eat kubis and kale? Because since you have stomach issues, like we can go eat kubis and kale. Then I was like, I couldn't take it. My mommy issues just started showing. Yeah, I can't with older women who take care of me. I cannot.
Okay, I kind of get it also lah because I kind of bleep this out. So she's like 20 years older than me. Like I would get so shy. I would be like, oh, but I know that if like I'm ever with her, I'll fight her. I just know it. But like I would never date her though, because she's 20 years older than me. Why would I date her? That's kind of crazy.
How old is the oldest that you would go?
Honestly, like I've always said that I want to date someone my age. So like I don't even think about older women. But if it happens, then it happens lah. But also like 20 years seems kind of like much.
20 years is a bit much. I wouldn't mind somebody 10 years older than me, but that's the max.
Yeah.
10 years older than me is fine. Because I know my emotional maturity, my mental maturity is a lot higher than people our age. So that's why I'm okay with dating older people.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It's like, okay, I don't know, like for me, I don't really know because I feel like millennials kind of have their own like mindset that I don't really like sometimes. Because like, I don't know, millennials are they're very one kind now, but like I do agree that like they have a lot of things that I feel like is so much better than Gen Z's, like how they think in some ways. So I like those parts, but there are parts that I feel also is very like, So I'm kind of like on the
Millennials with astrology, they don't do well with astrology. Fuck off.
And then
Like,
they don't do well with astrology.
yeah. But astrology is like one of the things that we love the most.
Yeah, but the thing is, okay, for me, the main thing, right, millennials are very judgy. They are very judgy. They're very judgmental. I think she's the only millennial I know who's like fine.
Yeah.
No, because millennials, they tend to have, okay, because you know, like during millennial time is where like things are like more cool and more polished. And if you see a lot of millennials Instagram and everything, they always like to put together a very picture perfect kind of like life.
Really?
Gen Zs are more unhinged. They just like, it's trendy to be messy. Like, you know what I mean? It's trendy to
I feel
look
like millennials, their Instagram profile is so messy, though, so unaesthetic, so ugly. No offense, but it's so ugly.
Really, maybe it's like straight millennials, I don't know. But I feel like millennials tend to, you know, like Gen Zs like to like trauma dump and like all this kind of shit, right? It's a Gen Z thing.
Yeah.
But like millennials like to like look good. They have like this ego thing about like judging other people and like looking good, seeing who's doing better in life. And that's the thing that I don't really like about millennials.
I don't get that from millennials, though, to be honest.
Yeah,
okay, I'm
maybe
saying
they
this because I hang out with a lot of millennials.
I'm also saying this because I hang out with a lot of
Really?
millennials.
What kind of
Yes.
millennials are you hanging out with?
Corporate millennials.
Okay,
I think so lah.
I'm hanging out with creative millennials.
Okay, maybe that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Corporate millennials is like, no shade though. Like I get it. That's how you grew up.
I think corporate in general is just one kind. Okay, corporate in general. This is why I hate corporate so much. Corporate is one kind.
Corporate millennials are like that. So
Creative millennials are a lot different. Creative millennials are a lot like nicer. They're a lot
Yeah,
more
that's probably-
encouraging.
I think that's probably like the difference.
Yeah, because I feel like when you're in the creative industry, you also have a lot of, I don't know what do you call that, fucking imposter syndrome, and you've been through a lot and all of that. I mean, I'm not trying to generalize, but at least the creative millennials I know, they are so nice. They'll reach out to you and then they'll try and help you, they'll talk to you, they'll give you advice, and it's not unsolicited advice, you know, and they'll compliment you and they'll be like, yeah, I think you should do this. No, I think this is good, I think that's good. Like, they're really nice.
Okay.
So I've never hung out with corporate millennials, thank fuck.
Yeah, I don't think you would like them.
I don't like
They're
anyone.
very judgy.
I don't like anyone in corporate anymore. No offense to you.
Yeah, it's fine. No, they are nice people. Like I feel like they are nice if you can like be good friends with them. But I feel like the way that they talk about things sometimes is very like.
Faham.
But the thing is, I kind of get it because I know that they grew up under the pressure of Gen X.
Yeah.
And Gen X is like trying to suck up to boomers. So
Yeah.
they also expect millennials to do the same, except that millennials try to break away from that stuff. So then in return, they have a weird balance of being like fun but also like appealing to Gen X. But for us, we just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
Gen
period.
Zs just don't give a fuck about anything.
So that's what I like about us. That's why, because we just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but sometimes there's pros and cons to it, you know. Sometimes you should give a fuck.
Yeah, sometimes you should give a fuck. I feel like we take it too much.
Yeah,
Like,
Gen Z is like too much of don't give a fuck. already.
absolutely do not give a fuck.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
there's some stuff you need to give a fuck about lah.
That's why I don't really know what's my ideal age group to date. Because I feel like there's pros and cons for all. I think it just really boils down to if I like the person enough.
You know what? I think Zillennials are the best lah.
Oh, like us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
Zillennials are the best.
Zillennials. So
I
within
love Zillennials.
1997 to 1999.
Yeah.
These 3 years is the best for
It's
us.
the best, yeah.
Because it's like it's there lah, you know. It's a proper
Yeah.
balance of millennial and Gen Z. We're not too don't give a fuck,
Yeah.
but we're also not too judgy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, wait. Let's finish this.
Okay, yes. Yeah, but anyway, my dream is to open a lesbian bar if I ever have the money. But then again, like now I've said this on camera, so people might catch me, so I don't know if I'm gonna do that. But like I just want a space for the community. Like I wish that we can. Also, that means that the community has to start spending.
Yeah, but okay. The problem with I think in Malaysia it's going to be very hard because we're going to constantly get raided. We're going to like if it's out there that it has to be very hidden. Number one,
Yeah.
the security has to be like seriously fucking good, and nobody knows where we are. It has to be very exclusive, and exclusivity comes with price as well. Comes at a cost. That means cost of drinks will have to be higher too in order because exclusive you cannot just randomly let people in.
Yeah.
So cost of your drinks have to compensate for the lack of crowd,
Yeah.
so that you can continue running the business. So in all honesty, I feel opening lesbian bar is more like you are just there to, it's charity.
Yeah.
It's just charity.
The thing is also like another thing is that you can market it as not lesbian, like maybe an all women's bar, the kind of thing, you know, like you try to play it down low, but the thing is we are already in the internet, like everyone knows what's up with us, so it's gonna be hard for us to open a bar that's more open. But if anybody wants to open a bar, you should market it as like all women's bar, and we're gonna get it.
Yeah, no, we can just be business partners in the bar, passive partners, or we can just be beverage R&D specialists in the bar. Yeah. Okay. Want to make a drink?
Yes, fuck, we've been talking so much.
No, it's good. Okay, what do you need? I can wash this.
I just need like oatmeal and then 2 shots of espresso, that's all.
Okay.
I'm gonna try not making it with the syrup this time because the syrup, I had it last time. I didn't like it, I just don't like sugar.
So I gotta clean the shaker for you, right?
Yours. But I love this.
Do you need this? You like the espresso martini?
I loved it, yeah. I love Espresso Martini. What was it that I want to talk about? We actually have a lot of conversations about this topic.
Yeah. When is my phone coming?
Okay, because like, how to say, we do go on like events. So in like all these events, right, one thing I really enjoy about the events is that the drinks are actually very affordable. Because if you go Petaling Street, right, one fucking cocktail, minimum 50 ringgit. Oh my god, it's like pissing me off, man. Every time you go out, and then it's like one cocktail is usually not enough lah, because it's like if you want to get woozy, unless you're just drinking for the taste, then that's fine. But still, I feel like 50 ringgit for one cocktail is like too fucking much. So you spend 50 ringgit.
You are saying that as a consumer. When you open the bar, you'll be like, yeah, it has to be 50 ringgit one cocktail.
Yeah, I understand also like from a bar perspective, like you need to have like everyone having a minimum of 50 kind of like helps the economy, like for themselves. So it's a good thing. But like then I guess then you just have to make your own drinks at home lah, right? But yeah, like 50 ringgit minimum for like one cocktail. But then whenever you go to all these sapphic events, the drinks are like 20 ringgit like that, which is so cool. But I think it's also because they know that like they shouldn't make the drinks very unaffordable if you want to have like sapphic events. So that's why the drinks are all usually like priced down significantly. So it's always like 20 ringgit, 30 ringgit. I've never seen 40 ringgit before. I think 30 ringgit max for all these like cocktails at, you know, the events.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I like.
But one thing about these places that charge very high prices for the cocktails, I have to give it to them lah. Their cocktails are actually very good.
Yeah, the cocktails are good.
Very good.
I feel like if I had money, like I wouldn't mind paying for those, and I would definitely bring people to go. So it's just that like right now I'm like in my fucking mid-20s, so I don't have
the resources
to always like regularly go there and also like belanja people.
You know, I feel like for us, right, if we really had the money, because for me, right, as a person, I'm saying this as a person in the creative industry, and I constantly emphasize that, right, because I know what it feels like when people don't want to pay my rates, when people keep arguing with me. So whenever like I go to a bar and somebody charges and I ask for a custom cocktail and it's $50, I'm just like, okay, yeah, by all means charge me $50. Or even going to my therapist, when I say, oh my god, I'm afraid I cannot finish talking about this thing by the time the slot ends, so if we overshoot, you can just feel free to charge me according. Like I will always do these kind of things because I know how it feels like to not have someone pay your rates, pay your worth. So even, you know, Poking Duck?
Yeah.
Poking Duck, I remember she charged me, the first tattoo I got from her, she charged me super low. Then I was like, charge higher, then I gave her extra. Like these kind of things. Where was I going with this? What were we talking about?
Paying your worth.
Before that.
The bars.
Oh yeah, no. I'm saying this because for me, at least personally, and because I know that you help to donate to organizations as well whenever you can. I feel like for us, if we really had the money, if we had the funds to do so, we would be happy and we'd be willing to pay the prices that are being charged because we understand the whole thing about economy and everything lah. I feel like me and you were like that one lah. Only if we can.
It's just like I feel like right now is number one. Job market is so competitive. It's very hard to find jobs.
Yeah.
And no matter how skilled you are, you know, I feel like we are almost like Singapore. The competitiveness, at least to me, how I see it, is super competitive in corporate.
Okay.
Like, it's very hard to get jobs and everything.
Okay, I get what you mean.
And it's very hard to get paid like decently.
Yeah.
You need to either enter like MNCs or you need to go to really, really big corporate to get paid well and also have good bonus and all that. So that's one thing. But even the ones that are considered good, right? I feel like for living standards, if you count all the things, that's actually not that good, you know. It doesn't match the living standards, even though technically you cannot get any higher unless you have a lot of income streams.
But I think in Malaysia,
freelance.
yeah, in Malaysia generally you have to have multiple streams of income already. Because one full-timer salary is not sufficient. Okay, wait, let me get some stuff for you first.
Oh, can I get ice?
Yes, I'm gonna get the ice for you.
Yeah, so that's the thing. The thing is I want to support more local and I want to support like queer business and queer organizations. But seriously, you know, like with these kind of rates, it's just like so bad, like how they're paying. Like I would say like I'm comfortable, but also I feel like it should be more because like when I look up all these roles in other countries, let's say like I look up jobs in MNCs, right? Like the same position is paid so much more in the other country. And it's just so stupid because I feel like we are severely underpaid, yet Malaysians in general have like so much talent. Like I really feel like the people that I've worked with, they're brilliant, but they're so underpaid. And they're more brilliant than a lot of people from overseas that I've encountered.
You know what I realized? That I always thought Malaysians were actually unskilled, one of the least skilled people. And
Here or here?
either one is fine actually. But I've always thought that Malaysians were one of the least skilled people because when I was in university and I read people's reports and I see the work that people do, I'm like, how can you actually pass this kind of thing with, you know, what you put out? I always see this kind of thing, I'm like, oh, the quality of work isn't there. But people still manage to pass, people still manage to graduate. But then it wasn't until I realized that my friends who went to Germany to study and I saw the architectural works of the people in Germany from Western or European countries. And then it's like, like half the quality of Malaysians and Singaporeans. Then I was like, oh my god, actually Malaysians are pretty good. It's just that my standards may be a bit too high or whatever lah. Their command of English is probably better than a lot of Malaysians, but quality of work-wise, like the substance is there for Malaysians actually.
Yeah. No, I feel like Southeast Asians are actually very intelligent. Like a lot of the work that's been done and the startups also, all that, they're like very, very brilliant. It's just that we are fucking bad. Like the economy is shit.
Yeah,
here.
the economy is really bad and we don't have a lot of support from the government.
No, we don't.
Especially, like, not even just talking about creatives, you know, just like people in general, we don't have a lot of support from the government, and that is why it is holding us back. Because actually Malaysians, they're very skilled, they're very good.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. So it's a bit sad to see this kind of thing lah.
Yeah, it's sad to see lah.
And like, sorry, am I cutting you off?
No.
Because I wanted to say like, I was thinking about how like, oh, should I migrate to Australia or something like that for my career? Because I work so hard in Malaysia, right? And I've only reached this level, which is a good level already lah with everything that I have. But I keep thinking about how like if I was in Australia, I'd be 10 times bigger there because of the amount that I work. Like it will be much more appreciated there, you know. And industry there is better lah. So it's just kind of sad, you know.
And we work so much here. Like overseas, right? Their work-life balance is actually like beyond good. Like for us right now, we're only like trying to have work-life balance, but it's still quite bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
But like, I don't know, in like overseas, like their work-life balance is very strict one, you know, like they just, you know, work is just work. And life, you really have to like enjoy it to the fullest. But for here, you're still expected to like go above and beyond.
Yeah.
In whatever you can, and because it is super competitive.
Yeah.
So, but it's just an Asian thing. It's like an Asian countries thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I feel like I say it's bad here, probably it's like worse in China. Like
and Japan.
China and Japan. Yeah, China and Japan especially. Like
I feel like Singapore is pretty bad also. It's worse than Malaysia.
Really?
Because from what I see, right, from my friends who migrate to Singapore, they're like, wow, Singaporeans don't have a life one. They just work, go back, sleep, work, go back, sleep, work, go back, sleep. That's all they do.
Yeah, that's true lah. I mean, like every Malaysian I know who went to Singapore cried.
Yeah, every Malaysian who went to Singapore that I know have all broken down in fucking tears, and it's like, oh my god.
No, yeah, for real. Working in Asia is just like busting your ass.
Yeah. It's just a very Asian culture thing lah, to work hard. I think also because oppression. oppression, and because we don't have a lot of opportunities to begin with because we are people of color, right? So we have to work 10 times harder to prove our worth to other people as well. So it's a generational thing.
Yeah, it's a generational thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just feels sad to see that we have so much to offer and yet like
We're not appreciated.
no, we're not.
You know, back before I got into uni, when I was still a teenager, my mom told me, she was like, you can never make any mistakes. She was like, you can never make any mistakes for a person like you because you have to be, even though you are, she said lah, because obviously I am the less privileged race, and so I cannot make any mistakes because if I make a mistake, people will use that against me and I won't have as much opportunities. Because naturally, with or without any mistakes, I really don't have a lot of opportunities. So she said, you can never make any mistakes, and that's why I'm so hard on you whenever you make mistakes.
That's what my mom said too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like my mom also was like very tough on me growing up in terms of like studies and like trying to make me an all-rounder as much as possible.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think that fatigued me. So in college, I was just going crazy.
Yeah.
Just didn't give a fuck anymore.
I know, same.
Yeah, but I'm trying to like be a parent for myself right now, like trying to work my ass out and like just, I don't know lah, just do my best lah, but like, yeah, it do be hard here. And the thing is, right, one thing I think that makes Asians like so tough is also like everyone is expected to be like trilingual.
Oh,
Like
right.
Jesus fucking Christ. Like, okay, it's like, for example, Mandarin is like a very sought after language of skill right now, and everyone is expected to really bust their ass to know Mandarin.
Yeah.
I feel like for Mandarin, like I only have conversational and it's not even that great. Like I only know Cantonese, but like Cantonese is not even like so sought after.
Yeah.
Like Mandarin, written and write. Jesus.
Written and write.
Yeah. Written and read and written
to-
and like. Can you do it?
Okay.
Keep shaking.
How
did we get here?
Lesbian bars, economy. You
Yeah,
want that
lesbian
one?
bars.
That one is kopitiam.
I mean, yeah, sure. I love kopitiam mugs.
You want to give it a rinse?
Yeah. What about ice? Do you have?
Oh my god, I'm done.
Okay.
Very tiring.
Coming.
Do you have to strain it?
No, just pour the whole thing in.
I think I'm going to strain it now.
Okay, strain it.
Wow, very cold eh.
I feel like in some countries you can make it without a degree, but here,
I mean, here it depends what industry you're in.
yeah, it depends what industry you're in also. But if you want to enter like corporate or this, right, minimum have a degree.
Yeah. But to be honest, a lot of people I know, okay lah, maybe because I hang out with more people from marketing and creative, they come from backgrounds like food science and all of that, but they can do marketing and go up to managerial levels.
That one is fine lah, but marketing is a red sea. It's very hard for everyone to go up to management level.
I think there's too much ice.
Really?
Yeah. All your
Oh my
foam
god, it looks like a teh tarik.
all your foam is, wait
My foam is there. Oh my god, it's stuck together
What the hell?
by the sugar.
babe? What is this? Can I take it out?
Yeah, sure.
Wait out.
You have to pour the whole thing in, that's okay.
No, there's foam.
Yeah, the foam do be good. Like that's the point of the drink.
But I think I left it too long already inside there.
It's more obvious in the Starbucks one. Like the foam ratio is like 1/4.
Because they took the, what do you call it?
The whipped cream, is it?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
when you don't add sugar normally is the one that gives it the strength for the foam.
Oh,
So
okay.
sugar will give it, the foam.
It looks pretty.
It looks like, well, you're right, it fucking looks like teh tarik.
Yeah, it looks like teh tarik. But this is Starbucks.
I feel like it just tastes like oatmeal latte.
Yeah, it tastes like oatmeal latte, but it tastes more similar to the one that I had. Because the one that I had in Starbucks, because I keep asking for no sugar. I think the selling point is that it tastes very like light and fluffy. It's more like the texture rather than the taste. So it's a technique that needs to be mastered.
I feel like because we use oat milk also, oat milk doesn't have a lot of fats in comparison to cow's milk.
Yeah.
So it won't be as fluffy.
You should try the one from Starbucks. I think you will like it.
I think I need you to help me order because I don't know what you asked for.
No, just read the message that I sent you.
You sent me a message? What
Yeah,
message did you
didn't
send
I
me?
share you the recipe?
You did?
I didn't.
Cannot remember already.
Okay. It's okay. We can go to Starbucks and order. But yeah, anything else we want to say?
Oh, I wanted to say something but I forgot what it was.
Yeah, sorry. We're just talking about like work life in Malaysia
Oh yeah, no, I wanted to talk about like how,
and the economy.
I wanted to talk about how hard I had to work to get to where I am.
Yeah, you work really hard.
Well, I don't feel like I have a choice. I don't feel like I have a choice because in this, what I do for a living now has nothing to do with what I studied. So it really just came from with nothing, like legit nothing from this industry that I had to force myself to kind of learn and network and engage. Because normally when you go to university, a lot of times you already have a lot of network from there.
Yeah.
But because what I studied was completely different, so I don't have a lot of network. So I had to go out of my way and everything. I have to really, really prove myself lah. Combined with the fact that I'm a woman in this industry. Obviously, women don't have as much opportunities and people don't actually realize that. So actually, I tell you, majority of my clients are all women.
Wow, okay.
A lot of my clients are women. 90% of them are women. Only 10% of them are men.
Okay, shit.
Yeah.
So women supporting women.
Yeah. But in a sense also, to be very honest with you, these other women who are supporting me as a photographer or as a videographer or as a creative person, they themselves don't realize that they are misogynistic. I feel like women just don't get appreciated enough, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm so sad about it, because there's so many women out there who are in a workplace who are so amazing. They're so amazing, and the thing is that they're just not appreciated just because they're a woman. That's it.
Yeah.
And I hate it so much.
Yeah, I hate it so much. Okay, anyway, I would tell the story because like I don't want any identification about this person. Anyway, there's this woman that I work with. She is very brilliant. Like she's like really good and everything. It's just that like she has an obsession with a certain character. It's kind of like it's something along the lines of like Barbie, Hello Kitty, all these things. But then whenever like I work with her and like I have meetings with some men who are colleagues and everything, they always have some shit to say about her. They always be like, ew, like she's so obnoxious, like her style is so obnoxious and everything, but they don't even like compliment the part where she's brilliant. And also she owns Chanel. Like you guys can't even afford that, so shut the fuck up. So it's like, anyway, the point of me trying to say all of that is that men in general, like they don't realize all these small things that they do. They just invalidate, like they like to say things like, oh, I look at a woman with her accomplishments, I judge people based on their accomplishments, their abilities, but you guys don't actually do that. Like you say that you do, but you don't realize all these subconscious things that you do about, like in the workplace, when there's like a brilliant woman around, like you don't really fucking recognize that unless she doesn't have a personality. Then only they'll be like, oh, but if she has an obsession with like things and all that, or she has her own like quirks or like her personality, then you have some shit to say about that. So that's the thing about like men in the workplace. It's very hard for men don't understand and they don't realize that they don't take women seriously.
They don't understand it.
And it's only women who take women seriously.
They really don't understand it. And the thing is that like, how like sometimes there are all these women entrepreneurship things that are going on to help women up. And then I've had things from men being said to me before. They were like, oh yeah, I wish I was a woman. You guys have all these opportunities. I'm like, dude, we need to have this, because if not, like we just don't have as much opportunities as you guys. If we were in your position, I would swap immediately. You want to be a woman? Fine, be a woman. It's not easy, Like
honestly, like even my mom, because like my mom was just working in corporate, right? And she like climbed a lot, like she came a long way. And she always tells me things about how like, oh, don't dress like this because like people are not going to take you seriously. And it's not about revealing clothes, it's just like clothes that look like you're girly or things like that. You need to like be more masculine.
Exactly.
And then they'll be like, oh, they won't take you seriously. And she has a point. It's true actually.
Yes. That's why I always present more masculine in the workplace.
Yeah, and like men only take you seriously if you like exude some sort of masculinity.
Correct.
But it's kind of stupid because it's like, I feel like you can be feminine without
Yeah.
Like people can take you seriously even if
know.
you're feminine.
And I get so sick of it, because I always have to portray more masculinity in the workplace to be taken seriously. I'm so sick of it, I'm like,
It's sickening.
I cannot with this shit. And then, cause you know the Thailand trip thing, cause I went with another photographer. And she knows about our podcast because we pop out on her FYP. Then she was like, so are you more of the masculine person in the relationship or is your partner? I'm like, honestly, I'm not a super masculine person. I just portray myself to be more masculine in the workplace.
Like for me, I feel like generally I have more feminine energy.
You do.
Yeah,
not you looking like that.
Yeah, like no, because I'm saying this for some context because like I was masked back then. So and also like at the workplace when people found out I'm gay, you know what they said to me? They're like, oh, it's not a surprise because like you're masculine, and I'm like, I think you guys only straight men view lesbians who are like feminine as masculine, but I'm like feminine to dykes.
Yeah, you know, so feminine.
Like, but men think like I'm masculine, but it's just because like I tell people to shut the fuck up. Like that's it. So, but the thing is like I find, how do I explain that? I feel like if I'm more feminine, then I can be like masculine. Does that make sense?
No, I don't get it.
Like some people when they are like comfortable with their main like energy, then they feel comfortable with showing like the other energy. Let's say if somebody like they are comfortable in being masculine, then they can also like they don't mind being feminine every now and then because they're not forced to be feminine. And I know this like because a lot of lesbians have like energy dysphoria, that kind of stuff, right? But once they started to like embrace their masculinity more, like they started, having more masculine energy expressed in everything, they feel more comfortable presenting femininity every now and then. So that's how I feel. I feel like because I'm more comfortable embracing my femininity, that's why I'm also more comfortable when I want to express masculinity. I don't feel forced. I don't feel like, oh, I need to do too much of it. It's not fake because I do it every now and then. It's not really like a default.
I feel forced with in workplaces. Sometimes I feel forced with masculinity because sometimes it's like not what I'm feeling on that day, but I have to anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I get it.
I hate it so fucking much.
I hate it. I would love to work with just women. I have never worked with a boss who is male. I've never worked with a man boss before, and I love it. Like direct report lah. All my direct reports have been women, and it's been great. Like ever since internship until like now, I've been so lucky to have all my to always directly report to a woman. And because I just feel like women take women more seriously. I feel like with men, because my managers, they tend to report to men. So I can see how those men like treat them. And I'm always like,
no.
I will eventually get there, but I hope that I will always forever report to a woman.
Yeah, I get
I don't want to report to a man. Fuck that.
Yeah.
It's just hard because they don't take you seriously.
They don't. They just don't. They just think you're just less. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm so annoying.
Like they don't listen, and then they always like, I don't know why, but men have a tendency to have like main character syndrome.
Yeah.
So they always like talk. Like they don't have interpersonal skills, or like they don't like to look into things like from your perspective and things.
Yeah.
And I used to think this was a myth until I was actually in corporate, and I was like, men are all the same everywhere.
Yeah.
Because I thought it's better now. That's why I thought like, okay, it's not that bad lah. Also because I used to do my internship in like overseas. That's why I thought it wasn't as bad anymore. And then when I came back and I was like, actually, yeah, it's bad.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I would say that because I'm in a very male-dominated industry. Everywhere I go is men. Every person who understands technicalities or does the things that I do really good is majority men. And I'm thankful that so in Malaysia there's this what do you call it, organization called Women's Photographers Malaysia. It's run by, and I love it because one of the people who run it is a Canon ambassador, and she has shot for Tokyo Olympics.
Wow. Oh, wait, I think I know who this is.
Anis?
Yeah, Anis. I know.
I love her. I fucking love her.
Yeah.
And like I love the entire thing because it's all women there and everybody is just like uplifting each other,
Yeah.
But when I'm surrounded by men, okay, I understand that they're trying to be helpful, but sometimes they tend to mansplain me. They tend to mansplain me a lot, at least the men in this industry, this very male-dominated industry. And I understand maybe they don't realize that they're doing it, but there are like 1 or 2 men who are very nice to me who I would say, I would praise their work and they'll be like, yeah, we all have things to offer and I'm sure that you're good as well. You know, there are men who are like that. But in general, guys tend to mansplain me a lot.
No, so it's true.
I love that organization that we have in Malaysia.
Yeah.
And the recent Thailand trip, I keep talking about it because it's so recent, right? The recent Thailand trip, everybody was women. Only when we reached to Thailand, we found that the Thailand team was all male photographers and videographers. I was like, what the fuck? But then all the photographers and videographers from other countries is women.
Oh.
And I was so happy to see that. I was so happy to see that. And then there were women doing all sorts of shit. There were women who were built as fuck there. There were women who were dancers, who were power lifters, who are trainers, they're all like fucking built, you know. Like when they're just jogging, you can see their abs, that kind of shit, you know. And because me and the person who went, we were both women who were also jogging with them. We were jogging with them with the equipment, and then they were appreciating us. They were like, I don't know how you guys do it. You guys are solid. And then I was like, nobody has ever fucking complimented me like that. Nobody gives a shit, generally. But because the entire environment was women and everybody was just like that, and they understand that like women don't get appreciated, so the environment was a lot nicer. I liked it.
I like it like that too. Yeah, I think it's like such an empowering feeling to be around women who like also are in the same mindset as like uplifting other women. But also I feel like in corporate there tends to be women who like to tear each other down.
Yeah, I mean because you're fighting to get up, ma.
Yeah, you're fighting to get up, and I feel like in corporate it tends to get very like, I don't know lah, like women just, sometimes women like when they've been in corporate too long and they hang out with men too much, you tend to view the world like men do, and then you lose that touch with being a woman.
Correct.
So you look at women the same way men look at women.
Correct.
And you tend to tear each other down, like, ew, she's being like too this, ew, she's being too that. You start like being like the gossip person, or you start talking shit about other people.
Correct.
And you perpetrate these things, and that's one thing like I really hate, like whenever I encounter people like that, because I'm just like, you knew yourself how hard it was to get to where you are.
Yes.
You knew what it took to be in your position.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you want to change that?
Correct.
Like, is it not important for you to see more women in the workspace? Instead of seeing this as a competition, why don't you make it your personal mission to like have more women here? I think some people just don't give a shit also, that's one thing. Like for them, it's all about what they achieve at the end of the day for themselves. But for me, I just feel like I don't want a future where I just see like men all around me mansplaining, looking at women, looking down at them and everything, and just letting this go on forever is so fucking annoying. I cannot stand it. So I feel like I want to like make a promise to myself. If I ever get there, I want to be the person who also like makes these like small changes in the workplace so that we can all start like, I don't know, creating a ripple effect where women can also thrive and like just be successful in all industries.
Correct.
And also be in upper management as much as possible.
Yeah.
Jesus, like the amount of women there is in upper management. And then people wonder why women are not there. It's because whenever I'm in all these meetings, right, men love to cut people off. And it's just not men doing it to women, men do it to men too. It's just that women tend to take a step back when men cut them off. So they tend to be like, oh, man is cutting me off, like then they don't really go with it. Because I feel like sometimes at the end of the day, when it comes to business, right, it's about who talks more and who overpowers each other more. It's not really it's like who is smarter.
And authority. Who is better at playing politics?
Yeah, who is better at playing politics? It's not really about who is smarter. And also the thing is, men are like grown to do this kind of shit, and men tend not to give a shit. So it's like whenever I see men cutting each other off in meetings, they don't care. They just continue cutting each other off and not have an efficient meeting. But women will take a step back and they'll be like, okay. Or they will rely on a man to talk for them. So that's how the culture is. And that's why I feel like there's not a lot of women in upper management. Because generally as women, we are brought to listen and to be the receiving end of things.
Yes, I agree with you. Yeah.
And sometimes I'm at a loss of how I want to go about that, because obviously like my goal is to climb.
Yes.
And I'm always thinking, should I do it like how men do it, just cut them off and not give a fuck? or should I do things the way I want to do things, or how I see is right? You know? Like, do I play the game like men do?
I think in all honesty, right, if you want to climb, you have to play the game the way men play the game, to be very honest. Because if you do it the way that you're right, as much as it's right, as much as it's the right way, but if you're working from a lower level, you cannot make a change from a lower level. So at the end of the day, you have to give in to climb up and then change from higher up, because everything bleeds from the top.
Yeah, it's so true also.
Yeah. And then the thing is that because I hate dealing with all these politics, that's why I don't like working for anyone. Because I remember back when I was working at the cafe that you visited, and even though it's not corporate, even though it's not big, but even in those small situations, there's really a lot of misogyny and sexism going on. Because my manager, who was a woman, she told me, I don't like women working for me. Why? She said, why? Because women don't want to carry the ice. I'm like, fucker, I carry the ice every morning, I break it on the floor. I am capable of doing all of that, but just because you associate gender with that. And then she was like, you know what, I don't like sexism and all of this. I don't like when women say, oh, I don't want to take out the trash. I'm like, I never said that. You know, I just don't like working for other people because I know that there's this kind of thing. So now I'm at the level where people are working for me, and all of the people who are working for me are women. Everyone under my team is all women one. Everyone I hire is all women. Yeah. And it's not that I purposely go and hire women only. I don't. But the thing is that whenever I work with men, right, I've hired men before, they are all very, they don't give a shit, you know? The men that I hire, they will say, okay, never mind, I want to follow you around because I want to learn from you. Then they follow me around, learn from me, then say, can you pay me? That kind of thing. But then it's like, you didn't even do jack shit, and then you're asking me for payment. You say you want to follow me around and you want me to pay you. And I'm like, okay, fine, I will pay you, I don't mind paying you. But the thing is that was not what we agreed with. And during this time, it was 3 years ago when I was smaller, by the way. When I was smaller. And it's a friend who asked a friend to follow me around, to shadow me. Didn't have to do anything. He didn't have to.
He asked to be paid.
Yeah, he asked to be paid. He asked to be paid. And I don't mind paying. It's not that I mind paying. I don't mind paying. It's just that, you know, the kind of how the situation evolved was that you did not follow up with what you agreed with me. You get what I mean? But when I hired women, and mind you, all these women that I hire, I confirm pay them. I pay them properly, right? I pay them to my capacity. But all of these women, they will do the work. They will really, really take initiative. They actually put in the effort. They will actually, you know, like follow lah. It's not in a condescending manner whereby like, oh, you owe me this, you owe me that, because they know that I pay them as much as I can, and they know that I do my best to guide them. So in general, I don't purposely go out of my way to hire women. I just end up finding people, interviewing people, and then it's the women that I hire. Yeah, and I feel like I'm at the stage where like, you know what, fuck everybody who is working in higher ups. I don't want to work for anybody. And nowadays, like, majority of the people I work with, are all women, and I'm a lot happier. And I remember this last year when I went to see another photographer because she was doing a personal project where she was taking pictures of people just to tell their story. And my story that I told her was that I know that I am not such a big scale person in Malaysia, but at the end of the day, I know I have a very strong personality, and I know I'm quite out there. And my main goal is not that I'm purposely going out of my way to do this, but I want to be an example to other women that you can be a leader. You can be a leader. You don't have to be a person who gets a degree and all of that kind of thing. I mean, degree is important as well, but I just want to be an example with what I do to show that we are capable, to show that we all can do what we want to do, to show that we are capable of working hard, we are capable of excellence, we're capable of this, we're capable of that, we're capable of leading teams. So that was my story that I told. I don't intentionally do it, but when I'm doing this, might as well. I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah, I hate men. I don't know how I got to this. I'm a little bit buzzy, sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah, no, we're just talking about like the work. We started talking about the economy, and then we started talking about like our workplace experiences.
Yeah.
And then we started talking about sexism in the workplace where nobody's fucking taken seriously.
Yeah.
And yeah, the thing is like, sometimes I wish like, okay, you know, people love to celebrate International Women's Day. Like, oh, International Women's Day, like, let's celebrate women. Bro, celebrate International Women every day. It's not a day where you appreciate women. You need to do it in the small things that you do. Don't cut women off, give women opportunities, do this and do that. And I really hate it when people tell me things like, you know, it's not that I'm sexist or I don't want to give women opportunities. It's sometimes like, it's because they don't have the credentials. A lot of men don't have credentials and they get to where they are because they know how to talk cock.
Yeah.
And you all take it.
Yeah.
But when women do it, you scrutinize it.
Like, no, the thing is that women are expected not to talk cock. So
yeah,
when women talk cock, right? They're like,
cock,
they're like, what the fuck? But when a man does it, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, you know, whatever. You know how I was talking about like masculine and feminine energies just now, right? You know, one thing that I noticed is like my mom. My mom, back then when we had our very bad relationship, my mom was a very masculine person. Actually, she was a lot more masculine than my dad because she had to be masculine because she was a breadwinner and she was trying to climb the ladder and everything. But I notice now when she is financially well, she is a lot more feminine. She's like embracing her dominant energy. So when she presents masculinity every now and then, it feels more natural. It doesn't feel forced. I think she was very unhappy to be masculine back then. So anyway, I brought that up because I wanted to share an example that I've forgotten about. Where like sometimes if people are forced to be a certain energy, they're actually not happy and it can become toxic. And I felt like my mom had a lot of toxic masculinity. Weird as it sounds, and she's a straight woman. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
She had a lot of toxic masculinity, but I think it's because she's not masculine. Yeah.
I get what you mean because honestly, right, I feel like even though right now I'm not super feminine, but like I have started learning to embrace more feminine energy in my life. And before this, I was a lot more masculine and I felt like the need to be super masculine because I felt the need to be heard. I still feel the need to be heard, but I felt like I needed to present a lot more masculinity when I was younger, especially in my household, because my household has a lot of masculine energy, including my mom. So I felt the need to present more masculinity just to be heard.
Yeah.
Just to feel like my voice is, you know, is valid lah. And I think that was quite toxic as well for me because I would just be very aggressive. You know, it wasn't only until I embraced more feminine energy that I feel like I'm a better listener and I say things less aggressively. I say things in a more constructive manner. Yeah.
You know, it's actually interesting because I think that our signs are also masculine signs. I was like reading about it. Aries is a masculine sign. So I kind of like, I feel that, and I think Scorpio is a masculine sign, my mom. That's why but I think like, because we ourselves don't really identify with masculinity, both me and her, so whenever we were like, I remember like a time where I was like very masculine, and that was more towards, I think, during high school and sometimes and in college as well, a little bit. And I think masculinity comes whenever you feel the need to depend on yourself, so you resort to masculinity to kind of like protect yourself in a way, protect yourself, depend on yourself, create a life for yourself. So
I agree.
You start embracing your masculinity more. But I think sometimes I feel like unfortunately you have to be like that in order to then be able to be more feminine. Because also for me, I was thinking like, if I wasn't masculine, if I was like more feminine, right, it would take longer time for me to achieve what I want. And also I might need to depend on someone to receive.
Yeah, I get it.
And I'm a dyke. I'm not about to be fucking dependable on anybody.
Yeah,
So,
I get
fuck
what
y'all.
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, both masculine and feminine energy is like important lah. It's just
important,
that, it's just that it sucks that you have to present masculine energy all the time if you want to go somewhere, you know?
Real.
Yeah, I don't think that should be the case because, you know, honestly, men also have feminine energy, but obviously
They do.
their toxic masculinity cannot for shit accept the fact that they have feminine energy, and they end up becoming so aggressive, so toxic, you know?
Yeah. I think some men are like more comfortable being feminine. It's just that they don't realize that. And this is not even anything to do with being gay. It's just like masculinity and femininity. Like,
Yeah.
I think some men actually function better being feminine, but they cannot accept that. So in return, they become fucking toxic masculine. You know? So, anyway, is that all for the episode?
Actually, I want to talk about my
Okay.
massage thing, but I think I can do that in another episode.
Okay,
It's
cool.
quite funny because this episode got a lot of substance already.
Okay.
So I'll say this massage story in another episode.
Alright.
Okay, is that all?
Yes.
Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this episode.
Please
And-
try our drinks.
Yes, and thank you for listening to our rant.
Yeah.
We'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.
We barely even talked about the drinks today.
Oh my god.
We just started fucking ranting.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's 2 o'clock.
Oh my god, it's too early.
Oh my god, wait.
Oh my god.
I have got... oh my god, your order is on the way 25 minutes ago. Fuck, wait.